War official channel.
Afternoon.
Hello, if anyone missed the beginning bit, but hello everyone, welcome to War official channel. I am your host for today, Mr. Dogbert. I'm joined by the one and only DLC Lord, Rich. How are you?
I'm very good. And you?
It's been a long time since
It
you
has,
partnered up on a stream.
Got some interesting things, I think, to show off today, hopefully.
I think we do, and you've been working very hard on this. So this is going to come along with because of the Vampire Cast.
Yes.
And we're going to be showing off just 10. I've been playing a bit of it. It's Vampire Counts kind of rework. So as a elevator pitch, what we got here?
Well, we thought we'd move Kenma. We thought we'd...
Well, he's definitely been on a bit of a journey.
We thought we'd, ship him out to somewhere new, somewhere interesting for you to fight from. So, as you can see, he's not in Sylvania anymore. He's been moved all the way across to Blackstone Post, which is over here on the borders of Britannia. So it's going to give him a completely different, fresh start pos for you to all hopefully enjoy. Gets you to fight some different factions and races from the get-go. So quite different to Manfred and how he was before that. And certainly gives everyone a new challenge.
Yeah, so obviously you kind of start off and you're surrounded now by the Bretonnian lords, and obviously you've also got a potential ally and future rival.
You do, indeed.
Who's sitting there. He's always the bane of my campaign. But we've got more than just that, haven't we? We've got a complete change to kind of how the Vampire Counts are going to play.
Yeah, well, as we did for the Dwarves back with the last DLC, we wanted to keep that going. We wanted to keep refreshing all the old original races. And hopefully that's better for you guys. So the Vampire Counts are now the next one up in line, and we've got something called the Bloodlines.
So I was going to play a game with the chat and say, can you spot something that's different on the stream and see if they work it out? But I think they'll work it out eventually.
I reckon they've already spotted the button down there.
So what is the Blood Kiss?
So the Blood Kiss is a new currency, almost like, whereby you're going to spend that in the Bloodlines. So as you're playing through the campaign and you're assassinating targets and you're vassalizing factions and killing off those enemy generals, you're accumulating blood kisses, which is kind of like a play on turning a character as a vampire into one of their own. And in doing so, if you want to open up the Bloodlines panel,
I can do that.
there we go. Look at that beauty. You're going to get to awaken one of these very, fabled and long living in the lore bloodlines, so Larmians, von Carsteins, and so on. Each one of these bloodlines has got a suite of special effects and buffs that come with them to make them all very unique from one another. It'll give you a different sort of play style to focus around on, and each of these lords that you'll be generating with these blood kisses will be yours to shape and mould as you want. So they've all got unique skill trees with all sorts of cool little updates and buffs in there as well. And as you can see, as James is going along here, they're quite different. So the Striggle is also here, so if anybody hasn't sampled those in the past, they're free for this update as well. So you don't need to own the Grim and the Grave where they were originally put in. These guys are there for you to try out as well. The Von Carsteins are pretty cool because you get to use some crossbowmen. So some Sylvanian missile fire.
Yeah, so outside of Vampire Coast, they're going to have some actual range units.
Yeah, but not very many. So we're not turning them into a missile faction by any stretch of the imagination. You can basically only get 3 of any one bloodline. And also we've capped the number of crossbowmen and handgunners that you can have there as well from Sylvania. So I think the maximum you can have is 7 across all your army. So it's quite low, but it should give you something different to play with and experiment with.
Yeah, I think it's a completely different play style for that. Obviously, you can see kind of more camp focus and definitely focus on kind of more of the army experience as well. I think this is what I'm going to go for.
He's pretty good.
You get a lot of choices. Yeah, and it does play to your different play styles as well, as you can see. So you got like Puppet Master, Master Infiltrator, Military Commander, Supreme Wizard, and He's just a juggernaut.
He's a juggernaut. Yeah, he's just a baller.
Yeah. So this is something we're going to be able to get, and you get the point of these as you progress through your campaign, killing off lords, assassinating them,
Yeah.
vacillating, which something don't really do too much, but because now it's some part of kind of how the vampire counts kind of get big bonuses for wanting to do that.
That's it, and we just wanted to give you different options, different ways to accumulate the blood kiss, try getting you maybe playing around some different things, like you say, vassalization, and they all felt kind of in keeping with the idea of turning someone to becoming a vampire.
It's a whole part of that lore and how everything's created within
Indeed. But yeah, they're all got something very, very different about them. I mean, in the spell choices as well, in particular when you get into their skill trees, you'll see that, like the Necroc, obviously, he's the master of all magic basically. He's got a very different set of spells to say the Blood Dragon, who isn't really that way inclined. He's more about buffing the cavalry and buffing the infantry. Yeah. So he has a very basic set, whereas the Necroc really goes to town with like a mixed hybrid lore. And same for some of the other guys. Should
I allow chat to pick which one we awaken, or have you got a personal choice to show off?
I think that would be cool. I think we should just ask everyone else and see what they want to
do. Go for it. Let us know which character you would like us to awaken, and we'll see how that goes. I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot about Dragon. He does literally. You put someone right in the middle. I think it does force people to just look at it and go, yeah. Okay.
Well, he does look like the boss, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, then again, what have I done? Wrong button. I'm getting a vibe of Neferatu, the kind of first ever kind of vampire you ever see on kind of movie screens, you know?
Mm-hmm, I do. Yeah, I mean, that's very much the Necroc sort of plays on that stereotype for sure.
Oh, so there's a lot of back and forth. Now I talked about it, look, like everyone's there.
There's a few different ones.
I'm going to pick the next the next first one to get to 3 here, starting from now. Okay, we're going to go for the Necroc. So, let's see. So now we have him.
So what you're going to be able to do with all these guys is recruit them straight out of any of your cities, and we've bumped them up to the top there, so they're nice and obvious to find. So there you go. Bring him out to play.
Alright, so let's have a look at his skill tree. So what here are we looking at which is quite unique? Okay,
so they're all immortal from the get-go, as you'll see right there in the top right-hand side, so you don't have to fear that they're going to get bumped off, especially because you can only have 3 from any one bloodline. If you look on the next row down, they're his like new suite of unique skills. So because he's very magic orientated, he's got a couple of different spell lore specific things there. He's going to buff magic, in a variety of different ways. And then if we go down to his actual spells themselves, once you've gone along that line, you'll see that's where his hybrid lore sort of comes into play.
Oh, we're down here, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
that's all right.
not the smartest guy sometimes.
So, yeah, he's got some different ones, from Lore of Beasts, Lore of Vampires, Death. He's also got Greater Arcane Conduit there on the far right-hand side as well. So it's a little bit extra and meaty there for him compared to the normal guys.
Yeah, he's got a lot of powerful ones here.
Terror. Yeah, absolutely. And one other thing that I imagine most eagle-eyed viewers will see is he's got a bit of a different red line as well. So all his battle-related buffs for his armies on that line there, is much more in keeping with Warhammer 2. So that's something that we're going to be trying out, trying to introduce that over the course of time, getting everybody up to par.
I feel bad now. I can only lock up one, and probably everyone wants to see the other guys as well. Also, will these guys make it into the multiplayer?
They do indeed. It mixes things up massively.
Yeah, I wonder if that means we're going to get to see some vampire counts getting thrown into the mix of Everchosen.
I reckon there's a fair chance you'll see some of that. Just having a suite of different spells at your disposal is going to really mix things up, I think.
So we're going to keep playing a little bit here. We're going to go through, kind of see how this playing thing, and as it goes and as we unlock, we'll start going down the bloodline trees. So
so there you go. You got your first little boost there. So with each lord, you're going to get one of those filled in, so he gets the research rate boost.
Yeah, that's going to be very useful early on, especially when you're kind of focusing on... I always focus down here, especially get my growth on the go, especially when, you know, more corruption means I'm probably safer against being attacked by everyone else.
If you want to go back to tech, that's a great place to show the guys some stuff as well that we've been doing and tweaking. So all the original text from each strand now have a buff associated to them, so it's not just a blank open text. So there with the Lamian book, if you want to go down to the bottom one, that's a good source of getting a blood kiss. It's just a one-off. It will just help get you going. But that opens that door up there. The bigger changes are if you go back to the bones, which is the top left there, with all the skeletons and zombies and stuff. These guys have actually got 3 new techs in here, and there's some nice little toys to play around with, so you can get 0 upkeep on your skeletons and on your zombies. So hopefully you'll be able to make use of those going much deeper into the campaign and have a proper tar pit of a force to, you know, bring to arms, and then have a big beasties come in thereafter.
Yeah, I was just before we went on air, I was complaining about how difficult I was finding it killing dwarves early on. But that is that kind of playstyle, you know, hold them down and get your armor piercing scary monsters to come around the back. Kemmler is got a mount.
He has.
He can ride around the battle now.
Indeed. Well, we heard a load of people were saying, "Well, we're not going to pick him. He's too slow. He can't get out of the way. He's struggling." So we thought, you know, it's about time that he gets a mount. So in it goes. Give him a bit of mobility.
Yeah, I think I've been finding that quite useful. I've been spamming a lot of getting his Krell into as much combat as possible. But yeah, we're going to keep playing a bit here. And obviously, if anyone has questions about the vampire counts, bring them up. To save me a bit of time, I may or may not have put the battle on normal and the campaign on hard. But judge me later. Or right now. And we'll see how this campaign plays through. Obviously, at the very beginning, you kind of straight a war with one of the Bretonnian factions.
That's right. Trois, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can take them. It's difficult. As soon as anything gets to sieges early game for Vampire County, very much in a situation of like, oh, this is going to hurt. But once you start getting that kind of early stuff going, then you start to get a bit of a steamroll. But it's just like, I need to kill dwarves now before they get a wall on their settlement.
Well, it's a tricky one. I mean, we didn't pick the easy start position.
No,
sure.
I mean, we picked hard one.
We picked somewhere which sort of felt in keeping with the law. Certainly brought you close to the Red Duke, so there's some kind of, you know, buddying up there and alliances that you can form if you want to do so. And having that province where you're split with the dwarves, but then you're also at war with the Bretonnians, gives you certainly a few things to keep an eye on at the start.
They're going to go like war on me, aren't they? Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. That's okay. That's not okay. That is rude. It's safe to say that this is most likely a lost battle. But they did bring a trebuchet, so there's no way I can beat against such firepower. So I will let them take that. And the best thing is they didn't capture the settlement.
No, they just left it to you.
Yeah.
It's obviously full of squalor and filth and dead bodies.
Yeah, they sacked it. I don't know what they're exactly going to be taking from my vampires, but you know, whatever. Right, okay. Let's go out there and crush them, I guess. But first, considering I've now got this lovely new lord, I should probably support him properly. I don't need this many, and I need more troops. So as you can see, I had to pick up myself some armor piercing before I went for the dwarf, so I got myself a Wraith King. Did I kill enough to raise? Yeah. Get myself zombies. It's just getting a lot of bulk, really. That is my goal here.
That's it. I mean, one thing we should definitely talk about with Kemmler as well is we've gone back over and looked at some of the starting lord effects and the faction effects. And one thing that we wanted to do for him to just make him play it a little different is he's got immunity to the untainted attrition on his army. So he's essentially free to walk about the world unimpaired. He's not going to suffer attrition to all his zombies and skeletons. Really makes him mobile, lets him be the front runner. He can establish his base of operations and then move all the other lords up there once the corruption sort of started to take hold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In serial suitable climate. So yeah, you've got a very different kind of.
Yeah, so we played around with that as well. So he's got mountains, for example, which they wouldn't normally have had. So we swapped that in because of his close proximity there to the dwarves.
That's why I killed the dwarves. They needed to get out of my way. I've had too many memories of trying to deal with unpleasant dwarves.
The stunties have gone.
Yeah, I had to get rid of them. Need to just bulk up this force again before I go a travelling. That is just going to have to stay broken. So if you're just joining us to start, we're going to be running around with the vampire counts. Every time I say vampire, I'm almost always saying coast.
Well, yeah,
so it's just
very similar.
It's only been the thing I've been saying constantly for like the last month or so. But it's vampire counts today. We rework with the blood kisses and the bloodlines, and obviously a new start position for Camla, and putting yourself in the Britannia territory. So we're just trying that. So we're going to be running through a little bit of a let's play today. But obviously we've got a lot more coming over the weekend, haven't we?
Oh, plenty coming.
Yeah.
And there should be some great battles.
Yeah.
And we're using some of this new content as well from the bloodlines. Obviously, the Vampire Coast themselves.
Yeah. So obviously we've been working with the guys who are going to be taking part in the tournament. They've been helping us with feedback as well. Obviously very useful when it comes to multiplayer, and all the players who are taking part are obviously
it's always appreciated. Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how many of the undead hordes are getting picked in this one.
It's going to be great though, Gun lines, crabs, all sorts coming.
Yeah, I know. It's like when you first showed me the kind of videos for all of it, I was just like, yeah, cool. A walking pirate ship is always going to get on my good side. So an enemy within one of your spies has flipped between the courts of mortal men, seems to be straying from his own appointed task. He is still breathes but craves the red kiss. Perhaps order to remind him who he serves.
The carrot or the stick?
No, snap his neck. Come on. I'm in a bad mood. I just lost the settlement. While I was away doing that, the Red Duke decided to attack the faction that was attacking me. So let's see if I can make myself better friends with these guys. No. That's
not happening today.
I kind of want to kill him anyway. I mean, I've got memories of a live stream in a distant past where the Red Duke killed one of my loyal peasants. If anyone else can remember the name of the peasant in chat, that would... I will fondly remember your name, unlike the peasant who died in that battle.
So he's on your hit list then?
Yeah. Well, the peasant in question kicked the Red Duke.
Oh.
Like, because one of the animations.
Okay, yeah.
It made me very happy.
Indeed.
It's not the kind of thing you ever expect to see, really. Yeah. So more zombies. Yeah. I love zombies. They're just so cheap.
Well, you can get them for free now. Go down that tech line.
What? Where's that on the tech line?
So that's on the first row there. Yeah. So you should be able to get 0 upkeep on your zombies.
Oh damn!
There you go.
I saw it before. It didn't click. It clicks now. I know. Okay.
Well, people had a lot of fun with what was going on in Tomb Kings, and we thought, let's try and mix it up and create these horrible hordes of the undead.
Well, I'm going over here now to get that. That is not going to happen. So settlement is still a little broken. So we're going to push through. You
got quite a little menagerie there together on the border.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Situations like this are obviously really good to stab your future opponents in the back, but I'm not going to do that, unfortunately. But yeah, no, in case anyone in chat doesn't know, we've got our third ever chosen Halloween Invitational taking place this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, 3 p.m. UK time. Got 8 amazing players. We're going to have Turin, Italian Spartacus, and Jan on occasion back into to give you commentary action. And Whelan's going to be hosting as well. And you guys are also dropping by.
We should, yeah, coming along, giving some people some lowdown on some of the units. I think Gary and Oscar will be there.
Yeah, so
flexing their muscles.
Flexing their muscles, indeed. Finnish muscles, I heard, are the strongest. So yeah, they're going to guys coming in on Saturday. They're going to have a chat about battles, and then you and Mitch are popping in on Sunday for some campaign talk.
That's right. There's plenty to talk about there.
Oh yes, I think that'll probably be the first time for a lot of guys to find out a bit more about that, and it'll be the best people to be getting that information from. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to that one. It looks like they have decided to stay in that castle, and that's brilliant. Because I'm going to siege them now.
Here comes the Barrow Legion.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
I thought you were going to here comes the boom.
No, could have been. That was on Sunday.
Yeah, I know. It's constantly back in my head over and over again. I was like, I'm getting used to it now. Right, what was I going to do? First of all, you, sir, I need you to do something for me. I need you to...
What do you fancy? Spells?
I mean, all these things are really useful, for sure. Oh, gotta go for the Curse of the Undead. That's useful. I'm not going to be able to siege this straight away anyways. And how long is that going to take me? That's going to take me too long. This is going to be a really difficult siege, isn't it? Is it generals of the faction itself, or is it the faction
in terms of getting the blood
kisses?
Yeah, so it's very much like Norska. If you cut the head from the leader, that's what's going to give you the blood kiss. So if you can take out, I think this is Bastogne. If you can take out the leader from there, then that will grant you a blood kiss.
All right, that's what I'm looking for today. I'm looking for a kiss in Bastogne. So I'm going to get one battering ram and then just assault the walls. I've got a feeling this could go well or horribly. Let's find out.
Well, I think you'll be all right.
My biggest...
You're playing on easy, right?
No, I'm playing on normal. Normal. Which is really hard sometimes, especially when you're in a new start position.
Yeah,
like this.
It was in the past.
But yeah, no, it's. I always first time I ever play a Total War, I always just put it on normal and just play,
just
and
get a sense of it,
just to see what it's like, and then I start knocking stuff up to hard. But I'm probably gonna get grief now. Oh my God! Thank God they're doing this. Thank God in every way that they are sallying out to attack me. You know how much that makes me happy? Makes me very happy, Rich.
A little bit, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they do have some cavalry.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Because
what have you got? You got
some
zombies, you got some bats, and...
I've got a lot. The Barrow Legion is here. And I'm going to add some corpses to the car. I think it's going to be good. But yeah, it's obviously a lot of guys want to see Vampire Coast, but that is going to be coming at the weekend. And obviously keep an eye on our social media channels for a lot more of that stuff. But at the moment, it is the Vampire Counts Rework series. It's going to keep happening.
I know.
I'm going to gamble because I need as much magic as humanly possible here. That's acceptable. But considering I have like 4 magic casters, I could do with more. So they're sallying out, so they could try and bum rush me. I hope they don't, though. Don't really have an actual bomb to rush, being undead. Well, these guys do, because they're vampires, aren't they? They actually keep their skin intact. So what am I missing here? I'm missing this single skeleton here, which is going to be my prize reserve, just in case.
Your wraiths.
Put these over here, help smash that flank. These guys are, as you would imagine, to chase down and kill all the annoying stuff. And there we have it. I got my reinforcements coming in as well. Might as well just move these up a little closer. Why do I keep doing that? There we go. Did you know I never knew about this until Warhammer 2?
Yes, I think so. I think you might have come up and made mention at the desk, and we just got like, wow, what's this?
So how did he move like that? I didn't know. Like honestly, I've been playing I've been moving troops the same way since like Shogun.
That's just Total War for you. There's so many little bits and pieces that you use your favourite suite of options, but someone else is always using something different, like some little shortcut or what have you. You're like, no, I didn't know that, or I didn't make use of it. So it's good. There you go, showing it off.
Here he is, skulking in the woods. He looks pretty badass.
Yeah, so he's just a mix of, you know, different components that we got before. So we've got a horrible little cloak on the back of him there, pretty creepy looking. Not a nice looking chap, really.
Not very good at navigating trees. He's going to slowly walk around it, very menacingly, like a horror villain. Yeah, no, he looks terrifying. That's really cool. Let's see how good he is in combat, because it looks like they're not even giving me much time to set up here. They're going straight for me. Sorry, I put it in slow-mo to look cool. Cavalry going straight into my spears on my flank, which is good, I guess. That's kind of what I want.
So I see chat is asking, is that the neck rock? Yes, that is the neck rock. It's not a brand new model per se. We've just used some different components from different models to build the look of those guys. It's the same with the other ones. So the Larmians as well. You know, they are female, so you'll get to see the female vampire and so on. Blood Dragon's my favourite though. All decked out in his red armour.
We'll pull him out at some point in the near
cool.
future. So yeah, as you can see, got quite. I've never really been skirmished by Bretonia before, but I guess there's a first time for everything, and they do have that ability to do it. So I'm going to actually move forward here and
okay.
on their back.
So chat's also asking about what other 3LC have we got.
Well, I think you know more about that than little old me.
So hopefully you guys have all been told about Lockyer Fellheart.
Well, let's hope, because otherwise it's going to get very awkward.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you have.
Let's see a few comments in chat.
So he's our new Dark Elf Legendary Lord, and he's pretty cool. The Kraken Lord himself.
So what makes him interesting as a character?
Well, he's very flamboyant. He's a bit of a daredevil. He likes to throw himself in straight into the mix. And in terms of his gameplay, he's going to be able to, unlike the other Dark Elves, summon Black Arcs quite simply and easily without the use of rights. So he's going to be navigating around the coastlines of the world, and every time he conquers a major settlement with a port, that will grant him additional use of extra Black Arcs. So he already has his own special Black Arc, the Tower of the Blessed Dread, which is there from the get-go in the campaign. But then you can obviously get some extra Black Arcs to come alongside and really shell people from afar.
That's pretty cool.
And there's a host of little tweaks that have gone in there onto the Black Arc. So we made mention not so long ago about Black Arc battles. So if you guys get into contact with those monstrous cities on the sea, you can experience those battles for yourself. But there's some upkeep bonuses, and it should just make Black Arcs just a bit more hopefully enjoyable to play with, and that you can maintain them without having to have some of the penalties that you suffered in the past.
Yeah, that's really cool. This battle is not going the way I want, mainly because my cane wraiths are getting caned. Oh dear God, what am I doing?
They're all saying heal.
I'm not paying attention, and I almost got my camera killed. I don't know what's getting them down so low. Have they got a lord in it? They have a lord in there. Okay. That isn't... it's not going quite to plan. How about that? They're going to die, aren't they? I'm going to have to just sacrifice them. Losing cane wraiths this early on is not exactly what I want to be doing. Get these guys over here. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. I'm going to put all the blame there. It's not down to my personal skill.
So what's your plan?
The plan is, you see all these zombies I have, which completely outnumber my opponent 3-1. Yeah, do that. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose a unit which is incredibly important to my campaign. Hopefully, if I get these spears over here, they can get them to retreat. Over here, they've still got that cav in the woods, and I'm only fighting them with zombies, so I need to get my corpse cart over here where I have a big blob of troops. And I'm killing that trebuchet, which obviously is the most powerful unit they have. The only thing I should be worried about. And the unit I need the most is all the way over here. Because I wasn't paying much attention. But the Hex Wraiths have always been one of my favourite cav units.
Yeah, they're a cool unit for sure.
And what they can do on the battlefield has always been cool. I like that mix of fear and obviously the armor piercing as well. So these guys,
which you need, right? Maybe not quite so much against these guys, but when you were fighting your dwarves earlier in the campaign, you certainly need that.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it wasn't quite going quite the way I wanted without them. So it looks like we're going to be okay here.
I've seen a few people asking about the Red Duke. Yeah, he's still not playable. I mean, he's still in custom battle for you guys to try, maybe one day, but just not at the moment. We thought we'd give all the love to Kemmler on this occasion, and hopefully, you'll enjoy his new start pos close by to the Red Duke, and maybe you can buddy up with him, or
oh, I'm gonna
go the other way, go into the Empire and wreck those guys.
I forgot. Did anyone actually respond to my my question about who the peasant was that kicked the Red Duke in the face? If you do, spam back and chat now, and I'll try and pick it up while also managing my entire army. Things you do. Not many times have I ever asked chat, can you please tell me who my peasant was? Alright, so let's get our newest guy from the Bloodline into combat over there. For God's sake, leave me alone.
Yeah, once you've, well, hopefully, you can make him last, get him some level, some skill points and level him up, and then we get to see some of his new spells. From his mixed lore, basically.
Now that you can move around really quick, this makes doing things like this a lot more likely. Where do you get that from? Is that an ability? Yeah, it's an item, isn't it? Yeah. Right, here we go. Spirited you. Yeah, you can. I was about to say, spirited you can't. I'm sure you can. There we go. It's just a crazy blob on top of another blob. We use the same way of fighting, basically. They send peasants, we send undead people at them. Right, did anyone get the name of our peasant?
I haven't seen it. I've been trying to.
Do you remember what it was?
Bob?
It wasn't Bob.
No.
But good
Dave?
guess. Gal Gilliam, if I remember correctly. Then I started off with an entire alternative theory that he was working on.
I can only remember one guy from our streams. One guy only. Who do you think that was?
I don't know. Who was that?
Laser Boy.
Laser Boy? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, can't really can't not talk about Laser Boy. I mean, how that battle was so good. I remember that one, where it came down to, like, nothing. Who was I fighting? I think it was Lizardman.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Lizardmen are a particularly difficult challenger for Tomb Kings. Right, okay.
I must admit, I'm quite looking forward to seeing that again. But, Laser Boy against the Necrofex.
I mean, it's the first thing I did when I just... as soon as I had a build on my PC, I just like, right, cool, in lab mode then, let's have a look at these things. Let's just kill as many things as possible and then watch my PC melt. Alright then. So we won this. I was going to say it's a siege battle, but it's not. It's one of those situations where I don't know who came out worse, them or me. Especially when they come out and hit you and they can just go back behind the walls. I've still suffered like loads of casualties. But the two most important things is, I didn't get Kemmler killed, which he almost did.
Yeah.
But I didn't kill any of their lords.
I think that was thanks to those guys.
Well, were they telling me to?
Yeah, they were.
Well, backseat drivers in campaigns, what do you want me to say?
It's alright, you got the Master Necromancer there, you can bring everybody back that you lost.
That is always the benefit of playing the undead, especially when everyone get killed. Ooh, you iron. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Alright, so to get down to that I need to go through okay.
They don't take too long though.
No.
So you should be able to get in reasonable time. So there's been a few little tweaks. There's some other tweaks as well in the building tree. So for example, some of the hero units have been moved around a little bit. Some of them come a little bit earlier. Like the White King, he's down there on level 2. If you just go up, he should be there.
Level 2?
Yeah. You're just hovering over it.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Yeah. Oh,
there you go.
I did not see him.
So, because they're all quite deep, the Vampire's still up there at level 4, but if you go right across to your right-hand side into the infrastructure area, you can also find the growth building. There's a Necromancer.
Yeah.
So, you know, hopefully people can make use of those a little bit more now. Grow your cities, get those guys in, and then you'll probably dump those, and then you can always go for the Master Necromancers and stuff with the Mortis engines on the normal chain.
Yeah, I think I'm finding it useful to be able to get the Road King and Necromancers early because you kind of need it, especially in some of the earlier battles. Like, you can end up being quite overwhelmed by just sheer numbers.
We just want to give people more tools to play around with, and I think sometimes, you know, level 3, level 4, that's, you know, you're a good chunk into your campaign and you haven't really got to experience that. So it's just something that we're trying to do. Just bring a few more things for you to play around with at a slightly earlier stage in the campaign.
Alright, I'm going to keep boosting up Krell as much as humanly possible at this point. And yeah, he's doing quite well at the moment.
Oh, there you go. There's one more thing. Sorry, there's so many little bits.
I
know. If you look on there, Kemler's got a new follower, the Ravenous Dead. There you go. So that he'll start with that, which is a great little ability which will allow his zombies to essentially replenish themselves throughout the course of the battle. So they're almost like eating on the brains and horrible things and keeping themselves ticking over. So that's unique to him as well.
So what, they're healing in battle?
Yeah.
Huh. I need to get more zombies.
You know, that's his speciality.
That's really cool. I'm going to now get as many of them killed as possible while attacking the settlement. It says I'm not going to be able to do that, but I don't believe... Actually, hold on, maybe I do believe him. Hello. This is me trying to do maths quickly. Didn't go well, as you can tell.
Crush them all down.
Well, this becomes useful. A little bit, at least. Okay. I'm a purist when it comes to knowing exactly how many units are in my
oh, so for anyone coming late to the stream, so yeah, Kemler's been moved. He's now over in the Grey Mountains on the border of Bretonia, starting out at Blackstone Post as his new faction capital. His faction is the Barrow Legion, and he.
Where'd that name come from exactly?
That's Andy. That's like, Andy, come on, let's have a think. His faction symbol is very much based off of his staff, which is that kind of long, elongated nose, sort of I don't know if it's a crow's head with wings, but that's what that's based off of. So yeah, he's got a new starting follower, which you just spoke about, called the Ravenous Dead. And he's immune to untainted attrition. So he's going to be able to go out there, not worry about, you know, being ground down by going into the Empire or Britannia, what have you, on his army, so he can lay the foundations for all his other lieutenants and generals to come up behind.
Is Kemler human still, or I don't know the lore of him as much?
So yeah, he's a necromancer. He's not a vampire. So he's all about, you know, bringing back the dead as opposed to turning them into vampires. Hence why we've gone down this large thematic route with the zombies. And that's why we've gone back and we've, you know, looked at the tech tree again to help him. I mean, it'll help you if you play as any of the vampire count leaders, but especially for him, so that he can make the use of those sort of bog standard troops, hopefully take them a little bit further, deeper into the game. Especially the fact that now they don't cost any upkeep if you choose to go down that path. Yeah, should be a decent tool in your arsenal.
Alright, so I am going to try and not die in this attack. Got my reinforcements coming over here, which is why I'm starting over here. Going to try and just spread out a little bit. I did realise, because I can summon zombies in Krell, I can just put them behind the wall. Tactics. saw it here first.
Yeah, they might struggle to open the gate, but being zombies.
Don't need to. They just need to kill people. It'll be fine. Watch this battle.
Well, we will.
You have no choice. Watch this. It's just stuck in this room. They've locked us in. We can't get out.
No.
Hordes of the undead coming here. You see, they've taken a lot of casualties already, so that's going to make it a little easier. I find their colour scheme offensive.
Oh.
Because
mustard and ketchup.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like someone couldn't make a decision. Someone made a decision to put mustard on the human, but then thought, I also like a little bit of ketchup as well. And that's why my zombies are going to be... I hit pause instead of put the UI back up. All right. These guys are going to rush forward as well.
I think the...
People join the stream, but just like, why are they talking about mustard and ketchup? I mean, why not?
Game day, isn't it?
Hmm?
Big game day today.
Big game day. Get the hot dogs. Right, let's see if we can rush in here. I just figured the Camel's not actually very, I was going to say not very healthy. Doesn't have much HP. So I've got to be a little bit careful with him.
But extra mobility now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I can get in here, do what I need with him, and then get out.
Yeah.
Does it not let you do that?
What's that?
Am I
trying to
do? Has your game actually stopped me from doing that? God damn it.
Yeah, you can't go past the wall.
Oh, okay. I thought I was so...
Or, like, you can't spawn them on walls and all that jazz.
I thought I was super smart, mate. Okay.
Maybe if you had, like, flying zombies or something.
I don't... That idea is insane. No one would ever do that. No one would ever believe you.
No, no one would ever partner a zombie with a bat, would they?
No, I don't think that's ever going to happen in the game. I heard... I've just heard it's not going to happen. So, yeah, you can see my tactics now have dissolved into just pushing everything up to here and hoping it works out. But isn't that what you would expect from an army of the undead?
Yeah, it's just going to be piling up those walls, climbing those ladders as best they can, and just then moshing on top of everyone up there.
That's a good point. Can he climb walls?
Who, Krell?
Yeah.
I don't believe he can. I think he's too big.
He's a big boy. Alright. Let's get these under control. Everyone just climb. That's their job right now. Just get up there. It will all work out fine. Oh, what, they can? I did not know that.
I like that idea. As a zombie trebuchet, someone's just suggested, just literally throw them at the walls.
Well, I also didn't know these guys could bring ladders.
Oh, the Khan race.
It's one of those things I'm just like, should I focus in on that?
There we go.
Well, it definitely works for Halloween, I won't lie.
You know.
But that is a unit that's going to do a lot of damage up there.
They just float up there. Yeah, definitely.
I like that. I like that a lot. Everywhere else, we're just sheer weight of numbers, which is my favourite way to play these guys. Just control the walls. Right. Everyone just get up there. Makes a lot more sense at this point. Oh, we got an entranceway. Thank God. You know what that means?
In come the hordes.
Well, it also means something.
Yeah, you can pop them now.
I mean, I'm putting everything straight into pole arms, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, look at that guy. Who doesn't love Crow?
Crow's easily one of the best looking heroes in the game for me.
Yeah, they did a wonderful job on his model. That guy just looks so puny and small.
Yeah, they're not having a good day with him, for sure. But yeah, where's the rest of our army as we're trying to squeeze through one narrow spot? Let's see if we can get our... oh, Soul Leech. That's incredibly powerful Spirit Leech, sorry. I remember when it used to be the most powerful thing in multiplayer for a while. I used it many a time to the chagrin of my opponents.
And then Oscar said no.
Then Oscar said... Is that how it goes?
Normally.
Well, he's gonna be joining us on Saturday for the Ever Chosen tournament. I'm interested to see how he's going to do, because I've got a little surprise for him.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't know as much about it as
is
as
it is it a live seal?
Yeah. For whatever reason, he has a fascination with seals. Well, there you go. We are slowly but surely pushing him with sheer weight to number here of the living dead. Who's up here? Who are you? Oh, my Necromancer went up there. Probably not the smartest of moves, but I'll allow it. They've just put all their army back here, haven't they? Okay, that's fine.
Push on.
Go on, get up, mate. Stop being so lazy. Yeah, good boy.
In they go.
That looks exactly what you want, really, isn't it?
Mindless zombies charging in.
Yeah, they're going to go after Cav over there. Over at the gates where their lord is and everything. This is where they can actually maybe win the fight. I don't think they will somehow, because we've got Grell over here. And he's going to do a lot of damage. Plus, where is he again? Another time for a...
Will Lockyer Felhart be ready for the Ever Chosen this weekend? He will. Whether someone uses him or not, I don't know.
I think he'll get played because Dark Elves are a top tier faction, and he is one of those. It is one of those factions that just you're always going to see an element of. I'm not sure how he plays though.
It's pretty good. I mean, he's got his red blades, his magical weapons, and he's very daring. He's very courageous. He'd get stuck in for sure. So. Depending on the playstyle of the guys, I'm not familiar with all of them. He could be a good pick.
I think it'll be interesting to see who's willing to take gambles on playing something quite new over the more established.
Well, that's true.
Stuff. But I mean, we've got some players in there who like to do very different kind of compositions, and we've seen a lot of fun coming from some of the builds in the past. Have you? Is there anyone you're looking forward to seeing? Player-wise in the tournament?
Player-wise?
Stretching your knowledge on this one.
Well, I did quite enjoy Gobbo King from the original showcase.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do on this one.
I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm interested to see what Indie Pride can do as well, to be honest.
Indie Pride's the wild card. Can a YouTuber hang with the likes of some of the top multiplayer players in the world? Probably he'll do all right.
We'll see. we'll see. But the cinematic slow-mos might not do him any favours.
I don't know if he's quite going to be able to slow down time in his favour on this.
So yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, I think what we've seen from the previous tournaments, there've always been some interesting battles there. Sure, there's been some ones that have got some interesting army choices, shall we say?
For sure.
But again, the game's going through its whole period again of being updated and tweaked. We've gone back over all the original cast, so they've all got some balance changes coming in there again. So everyone's got something to play for, something to see, how things are differentiated. And of course, we've got the Coast faction as well coming in with plenty of things there to change things up.
I swear I didn't put the camera directly on this as he managed to get victory as he's got hundreds of his zombies around him like that. Perfect timing though. We didn't lose as much. Oh no, we just lost 1,300 or so.
That's right.
I mean,
zombies, skeletons,
I didn't lose that many.
The meat shield.
I guess I'm really bad at maths. There you go. Yeah, so hope this means we're going to get some blood kisses. I believe.
If he's the leader, if he's the faction leader.
Settlement. I believe so, because I believe they only have one settlement. Well, we're going to find out in a minute. I'll be able to pull that out. Yeah, so I'm interested to see if we're going to see both Dark Elves Vampire Counts and Vampire Coast being played heavy in the tournament. I've got a strong feeling that they might. Especially one of the best things for me is one of the best games I saw in the last ever Chosen was Empire versus Vampire Counts. It was like a epic 2020 just bout. It just went on, just attrition. It was absolutely brilliant. So I'm kind of hoping for a repeat of that there. So yeah, we did get that. So we got one more Blood Kiss in the bank there. We need quite a few if we want to keep going down this route. And a bit less.
Or do you want to change it up? You know, maybe they want to see a different guy.
I think
or girl.
We want the Blood Dragon in there for sure. Well, I do at least.
He's great. No, he's really good. He's got like some skills which will specialise him in buffing cavalry component of your force or the infantry component. He does still have some magic. It's just maybe not as good as some of the other characters because he's not really known for that. But yeah, he's got some pretty meaty buffs.
Oh, we're going to get to that for sure.
I saw. Do you want to go and show everybody the faction summary panel as well, so we can just show what's different about Kemner as well. So we were saying earlier, in case you missed it, Kemner can actually go and establish settlements in mountain areas with his new start position there. So we changed that up a little bit. He's also got a landmark building in his settlement, which will give him quick and easy access to necromancers and zombies and skeletons and different things like that. There you go. It's in Blackstone Post.
Ah, I was got the. That's why I did that.
There
wrong.
you go.
There we go.
There you go. So yep, he can get to that stuff. So he starts with a level 2 settlement from the get-go. He can spread some corruption. The new buildings that you establish in the new regions, they're going to spread just a tiny weeny bit of corruption as well, just to get things going as well for the vampires. And if you hover over the faction symbol on the top right-hand corner, James, of the screen, there you go. So this is just talking again about the fact that he's got his mountain attrition. He's also got diplomacy there and upkeep for the hordes of necromancers, and doesn't suffer from the untainted attrition like everybody else.
Indeed, and obviously this is the Bloodlines. If you're just watching it, this is the new thing for all the vampire counts.
It is. Everybody gets that. And one thing I didn't mention earlier, it's only a little.
So many things at the moment. I'm losing track.
If you play as Manfred or if you play as Vlad, being proper vampires, then they are going to start with the blood kiss as well. So again, you get an early chance to awaken one of these lords with those guys as opposed to, say, Kemner or Gorse to Master Necromancers.
All right. So we're going to quickly keep playing through our campaign. I'm seeing if I can get us another few blood kisses. I want to be able to get out the blood dragon as quick as possible. So to do that, I'm going to have to start pick a fight. Who should I pick a fight with?
Are you going to go for Alberic? Or was that Paravon?
Kind of feel it makes sense to go for them, considering.
Yeah. Yeah, they're only, what, two settlements, those guys?
Yeah. Hopefully. Who are they at war with? Yeah, you're keeping them busy, so that's good. And they're at war with Wood Elves and a few other factions, so...
nobody really likes those guys.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Durthu certainly doesn't.
Does Durthu like anyone?
Himself?
My understanding is I don't know if he does like himself either.
I think he liked Daith from a long time ago, who granted him his sword, but that's about it. He's a pretty angry treeman.
Angry treeman. It's not something I've ever had to say quickly. So we don't have much income. We're probably going to get a rebellion over here. And I can't do much about that right now, so I'm going to leave him alone. And then I'm going to go after the Petonians. Or I could go after Empire. That would be fun. So it kind of makes sense, kind of an early game, to try and pick off the small factions, which only have like one settlement or something like that, just to get those blood kisses. But when you start fighting the bigger factions, it's going to be a bit more of an attritional thing. It
is, but, again, like we did back with Norska, if you can take the head of the faction leader, then you are still going to get that. So, if you can find him or her and go straight for the jugular, then that's what's going to give you those blood kisses. Along with, if you're in a position to vassalize,
Mm.
you can get them, or you can bring out your sneaky vampire agents and go and assassinate someone, and that'll also grant you a blood kiss.
Yeah, I guess. Why not? I've got loads of public order issues. I might as well add to it. I just got loads of money, and you are raiding me up here. Okay. How big is your army? It's big enough. Let's go send our nice new Bloodline Lord to go sort you out. Hopefully, he won't be too difficult to deal with. And then we'll start. This is an easy little battle. That's not going quite the way I wanted. Okay, let's get this.
Yeah, sure. Right. So when you've got a moment, do you want to show everybody the bloodline traits again? So I think everyone was just trying to catch a glimpse of all the different specialities there that they offer up.
All right, cool. So
Should we
let's
start?
run through each individual one.
Okay.
Tell me a bit the forwards behind.
So if we start with the Larmian, she's very much, associated to stealth and the heroes and sort of sneakiness and cunning, and she's got a lot of stuff to do with improving vigor. She can improve the use of heroes, and she's got campaign line of sight. So it's very much that kind of spy class, subterfuge, sort of sneaky skullduggery stuff. Then next up we've got the von Carstein. So these guys are quintessentially, masters and puppet masters of men and of beasts in the old lore. So they've got a number of skill buffs which will help them for things like Vargeists, with Fellbats, with dire wolves, and then the effects here, which I should say, each time you awaken a bloodline general, you'll get one of these buffs here that you see now. The other stuff that I was talking about was actually in their skill trees. There's a lot of bits and pieces.
I'm just watching chat explode over crossbows.
So, with the crossbows and the handgunners, each bloodline lord from the von Carsteins will get a crossbowman by default with their army. You can recruit those out of the regiment renown pool. He's also got a skill which will allow him to get a second one, and only once you've recruited 3 from the von Carstein bloodline, that's when you get the handgunners. So you're not going to get tons and tons of missile units, because obviously that's not what Vampire Counts are all about. But we wanted to give you, I think it's a maximum of 7 units for you to play around with. That's across all your armies. So you might put them all in one, or you might spread them out. But it just gives you a different toy to play around with, and bring something very different to the battlefield.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Blood Dragon up next. He's probably my favourite. He is an absolute beast.
Mention it only about 8 times
I
since we've
know.
gone stream.
Well, he looks great, but he packs a punch as well. So he's got a lot of stuff which will improve cavalry. It'll improve, or you can go the other way. You can go down the infantry chain. So you're buffing either your Blood Knights or your Grave Guard, that kind of thing. He's got weapon strength. He's got experience, and what's the last one? Oh yes, he's got the immunity as well. So he's a bit like Kemmer in that regard. So he can negate the untainted attrition.
When you get there, that is.
Yeah, it takes a little while, because each, as you see at the moment, they take 3 blood kisses to get the first one, but the next one takes a few more, and then the final one takes a few more again still. So ever increasing amount of blood kisses needed there.
Yep.
And then here's our chat that we've got at the moment, the Necrot. So these guys are your master casters, basically. So he's got a lot of buffs to do with technology and Winds of Magic pool, extra magic from the start of the game, and he's got a massive upkeep cost reduction there to help you out across all armies.
Yeah,
so
very useful.
He's pretty useful. He's got a really cool mixed hybrid spell lore as well, so that's something to worth trying out on. And then last but not least is the Juggernaut, that is the Strigoi. So he's cool. He was in the Grim in the Grave, but now if you don't have that DLC, you can make use of him here. So he's really powerful. He really packs a punch. He's got a split skill tree as well, so you can specialise in the really aggressive side of things, upping his weapon damage, melee attack, charge, all that kind of ferocity. Or you can make him more resilient, so missile damage, extra hit points, and so on. So you can make him a real tank. he comes with some interesting things as well. So he's got increased ambush success chance. He's got more corruption as well being dealt around the world, and he's also got the public order buff as well if the corruption isn't high. So he can get into those places which maybe some other vampire leaders couldn't do and establish himself there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not really going to say no to this guy, are you? If I was the peasant population, I think I would do it untold by such a monster as that.
Yeah. Oh, and I should say, if you still like your vanilla vampire lords, they're still there too. So, you know, hopefully that gives everyone something that to role play around, pick and choose something a bit special. But if you just like the original vampire lords, they're there as well. Whereas these guys, you know, they've all got something unique about them. Even their battle stats are different as well. So they'll play out differently, and hopefully you'll get to see some in action at the Everchosen this weekend.
Yeah, so you get to see all these guys in multiplayer, and they all bring their own.
Yeah, very much so.
That's going to be very interesting to see how that gets used as well. I must admit, I didn't even know at first. I clicked on the vampire counts in on the build I have, and I was just like, all of a sudden there was a lot more lords, and I was super confused. I was just like, oh, it's just one of those builds where things are a bit all over the place. And I was like, oh no, there's now a lot,
more stuff.
Okay, this is gonna hurt. So I am gonna go off to battle. Oh, yes, please. And yes, more of those, because they're so useful right now.
Yeah. I mean, I see chat saying like we like vampires. Yeah, sure, we do. We like all the races though. So fear not. You know, in the future, everyone's going to get a little bit of extra time and some new cool stuff coming back for them.
I know who I want.
Yeah,
it's not up to me.
Yeah.
I think some of the first factions I ever played though. I think were dwarves. Dwarves my first action, because I was going to play in the tabletop against people at work. And I was gonna do something I shouldn't do, which is I'm going to play dwarves without guns. I was going to take lots of hammers.
What?
And just like I was going to bum rush people. I was just going to like as much as you can.
And then you realise how slow they were.
Well, no, it's not that. But if I played Dwarf Army, my idea is that no one would then take range because they would assume that they couldn't. So then they would bring an army to kind of fight that. Then I suddenly realised that people don't just build armies to mess with my day.
No.
Yep. No one's ever seen the armies I used to bring back in the golden days. I used to just bring really cheesy armies. But that was another time.
That doesn't surprise me.
I know what you're on about. The gods are angry, so be it. I can deal with loads of public order. I've got a scary guy running around trying to put that down. That army's got a lot bigger, hasn't it? Uh-oh. Please don't turn up this way. I don't need that right now. Okay, how big is this force? Not big enough. And this is a walled settlement, so come and get it. That's good for me. Right, okay, I am actually running out of money, so I'm going to have to do... Oh, God. Why did you have to turn up?
I think chat's barking up the wrong tree now.
What are they mad about?
Oh, I don't know. Some
what do they say?
Some dogs of war or something. I don't
Oh.
know. Yeah, no, we like all the factions, you know. Well, we'll see what we can do.
I think I'm going to have to declare war on this faction. Even though it's got the Fey Enchantress in there, which I'm assuming is going to mean I'm going to have a really hard battle. Go on, let's do it. Now it has just dissolved into everyone in chat just shouting, do this, do that, do this, do it. You ain't got Vampire Coast to play with yet. I mean...
Hey, what about the lizard men, eh? They need some stuff, so, you know.
You're so subtle sometimes.
I know. Well, I am a Lizardman fan. So
you're a Lizardman fan?
Yeah. I've got a nice army upstairs.
Yeah. I come up and I see your stuff. We've also got some Necromunda as well.
All sorts of bits and pieces. Yeah. We love to have a game of a variety of different things at lunchtime. So
yeah.
I've
got completely off topic, almost, but on stuff I collect. I've got loads of Battlefleet Gothic.
Oh.
So it was a game when I used to go into the local store up in Newcastle all the time. When that range came out, it was amazing. Like first of all, I love space combat, and then you get like these massive kind of like World War One kind of style naval battles, but with flying cathedrals.
Indeed.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know.
What's not to like? So yeah, that's and when I for a few months I stopped drinking and I had a lot of extra money. So what else am I going to do except from use it to buy stuff on eBay? What else do you do with extra money? I don't know.
Oh, I think back in the day I was playing a lot of Blood Bowl.
Wow, I couldn't guess based off your own love of the pigskin game.
Yeah, that's a fun game.
I played 40k more time. Is it more time?
Oh, there's Mordheim, which is Warhammer.
Yeah.
Not 40k.
Yeah. No, that was the other one I played. That was that's like Necromunda in the fantasy universe, and that was great. I loved that. That was my first taste of getting attacked constantly by Skaven in unpleasant ways. Absolutely brilliant. What did I play? I think I played Human. I think that was a great game.
Oh, someone's asking what Necromunda is. Necromunda is like a gang warfare game set in the 40k universe, so it's pretty cool.
And More Time was the same, but in the fantasy. It was like your little gangs and stuff like that. Oh, it was so good. Okay, so they got the Fey Enchantress, who I don't know which one's the Fey Enchantress.
Which one do you think?
On the left. Yeah, so we need to kill this one here.
If you can kill her.
The one that's floating. They got trebuchets. I'm sitting there just like, let's just have a look at everything. And no, I'm just getting hit.
They're not just trebuchets. They're the blessed trebuchets.
No, they're not. They're not.
They?
Please
I'm sure
don't say they are.
I'm sure they are.
That means they're going to hurt even more. What was the blast one? Oh, magical damage.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Ugh. Isn't it just holy water?
Yeah. The lady has blessed the water as your hordes march forward. Look at them.
That's all right. My skeletons just want a bit of a wash. Come on, just get up. It's just water, mate. Yeah, okay. He's done. Okay, so we're going to have to get as close to these guys as possible. I don't think they have much cavalry, if any. They have a lot of peasants in the middle.
She tends to be more specialised around peasantry and,
guys.
The infantry guys, yeah. No.
How many times are you're watching this? You sort of, we did a great job with these ones.
The thing with me is, it's just like, wow, crikey, we did all that, and you kind of forget because you're always on to the next and always trying to, bring everybody up to par and keep pushing the envelope with the design and what each faction's going to bring, and we did thoroughly enjoy making Bretonnia. I must admit that was a really great project to work on.
Especially love the night relics or reliquaries.
Oh yeah, with the Monty Python style.
Brilliant. I mean, I first saw that, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, that is it fits as well.
Well, it's hats off to our animators that they just want to keep trying that stuff out. Making all these amazing animations. I think still one of my favourites though has to be like the Gorbal, the Minotaurs.
Oh really?
Basically. Yeah, the way that they like barrel roll into people, smashing them out of the way. I'll never forget that. That's one of my favourites anyway.
I like walking partnerships, but
who doesn't?
People have to play against it, I think those are the ones that... But then maybe not. Maybe they're sitting there just looking at it like, yeah, that's really cool. All right, okay. Fey Enchantress, you are going to meet my friend Krell. So just come here, please.
As she floats away.
Ooh, they did have some cavalry. Oh, God, no. Seriously. I did not know that. Okay. I did not know that they had Grail Guardians.
Oh,
and they've just annihilated my Cane Wraiths. Great. You should have warned me about that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I'll let you concentrate while I try and answer some questions in chat.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Covenant Thrones, no. Not at the moment anyway. Maybe that's something we'll come and look at in the future at some point, but not at the moment. What else we got going?
God, I'm getting absolutely smashed now.
More love for Beastmen, yeah, maybe one day. We'll have to wait and see. But we do, you know, we are looking to go back to the original factions from Warhammer 1 and give them a nice little spruce up like we've done here with the vampire counts, giving them the Bloodlines, and like we did with the dwarves, also giving them the Runic Forge. So, you know, you can expect things in the future. Just don't know when and what they're going to be yet to share with you guys. But, you know, Empire will get some love, and the greenskins obviously as well, and hopefully more to come on that front in the future.
That's what I wanted to hear. I love my greenskins. Greenskins
Wow.
are my boys. Yeah, if I had to sum up my play style in any of the games, even with dwarves, as you just heard, is, well, shooting's a thing you can do, but everything seems to be settled by stabbing the guy in the face. So let's just get to it.
I personally like playing it when we do it in the office, and we do like the little mini tournaments and stuff. Do often find greenskins as the go-to for me. I like the nasty skulkers, they're cool, getting around the backs of people, and the big uns just crashing and bashing in there.
Crashing and bashing.
They got a nice mix of stuff. And who doesn't like seeing Wurzag dance?
Well, you know, I definitely enjoy that. So let's see. This is not going as bad as I thought it was. But you can see over here, their one unit which hasn't been touched pretty much at all is the Grell Guardians. So, and they're just killing my units one at a time here. So I thought, to retaliate, I will kill the Fey Enchantress.
They're having a bit of a field day, aren't they?
They are indeed. If only had flying zombies with guns. It might even the playing field slightly.
Can I have some air support, please?
Can someone please give me some air support? It would be very useful.
Air support and battleships.
Yeah, well, can dream, I guess. So, come on, just kill this guy, this girl. Enchantress. Damn, I didn't know she could do that. Okay. She's going to go down, though. She ain't going to survive much longer. Krell's in there. Kemler's in there. Everyone's in there. You need to die. Trying to find what I need to... Oh, no. Don't heal that, actually. Trying to show off my amazing micro here. And finally, I'm going to be able to get at the Blessed Trebuchet.
Nice.
Is she going to go down? Get it. I need a blood kiss.
Yeah, that's it. Can you turn the lady?
And that would be good. Right, just chase
that would be quite something, wouldn't it?
Right, let's come over here. Finally, this is all starting to go kind of okay now. Except from they've still got the most powerful unit on the battlefield, and they've not lost anything.
Yeah. So patch notes should be coming out, I think, just before the release of the Vampire Coast. There's quite a lot of changes that have gone in there, balance, bug fixes, and all the rest of it. So hopefully there's going to be some good stuff for you guys to read in there about. There should be one or two big headline features which should make the game experience much better, hopefully.
Yes, she's down. Blood kiss for me.
So how many are we up to? Are we up to? Would that be the third?
That'll be our second.
Was it
I
second?
believe. We're still kind of slowly accumulating them from our conquest, but since you start to get more armies up, it will be easy to get them quicker. All right. Yeah, I did not know these guys existed, and it really hurts. How much did they kill? They killed about 2,300. They're not even... Thing is, because they got tied down for a lot of the game, they didn't do as much damage as they could have. But, yeah.
They thought they'd just go back in at the end there.
Just hope they're not turning back around. I don't need to deal with that. That would hurt a lot. Right, well, she's dead. So, does it work for any of the other lords? Only the faction leaders?
How do you mean? What, in terms of getting a blood kit?
Yes.
So, yeah, you've just got to take out the faction leader.
Okay.
So if you kill just a standard lord, that's no good to you.
Okay.
Unless you go off and assassinate people with your different heroes and such thing, you can do that to earn some.
All right, definitely one way to do it. Pyrrhic victory. Yeah. All right. So, province secured. Straight into public order because I need it. That's all good. What's next on the conquest territory? They needed a new faction leader for me to kill. And it will never work for like rebel factions.
What's that? Killing a faction leader?
Would he be a faction leader if you're rebel?
No, you wouldn't get it for a rebel.
Okay, I don't know why that happened. Maybe I'd already moved this turn and I didn't realise it. Whoops. Oh, more sign points. Hello. So, and for those who don't know, he's now got a mount.
He does. He does. He's kitted out to move about the battlefield a lot quicker than before.
Should be very, very useful. I haven't, as you noticed, put anything into Raise Dead here, so I should probably get on that. I won that battle. All of a sudden there's loads more stuff for me to raise. But I should be a bit careful, actually, because I've made an entire army of zombies. Which isn't a bad thing, but it does leave me a little open to having a front line. It might just collapse. But then again, because of his follower, my zombies now are a hell of a lot more tar pity than normal.
They're ravenous.
So what does that do to anyone who's just joining?
Okay, so basically it means that once they're in combat, they can actually replenish themselves by devouring their prey on the battlefield. So that's a unique starting follower there for Kemmler to really exacerbate his connection as a master necromancer with all the buffs to do with zombies, which you're also going down that in the tech tree in this campaign as well.
Yep.
At the moment as well. So hopefully kitting those out, making them a bit stronger, and potentially getting them for free at the end. So
with all this, Kemmler's probably going to have a little bit more on the table to bring in, especially when it comes to fighting other lords, because he can actually escape.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not just going to get cut down. So I'm thinking, what should I do? So we only got so much time, and I want to make sure we get our next guy out here. So I am gonna make a feline for something. I need to find someone who's weak and only got one settlement, and then kill them with zombies. I've loaded up Mortal Empires so you can see all the factions as we zoom by, including some of the Vampire Coast ones coming in there. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've made a few tweaks to the map. You'll notice a few more different regions and provinces making their appearance. So, especially down in the Southlands part of the world, but not just there. There's some other locations which we've brought into play as well. So hopefully, we're just trying to keep developing, keep growing, and it's a very organic kind of a game now. We just want to keep maintaining what we've already got and adding more and sprucing things up as we go with each DLC. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously bringing so much more to the table, so much more replayability, and this is not a resolve I'll probably lose if I take it.
I think you will, yeah.
Don't siege the settlement. I said don't siege the settlement. And then you siege the settlement anyway. How rude is that? Alright, well at least I can recruit more troops. Right. There's someone I might be able to get to in the time allotted.
Not Scar Snake.
Yeah, that would be a different taste. Don't mind me, Empire, or Dwarf player, which is in my way.
Just waltzing in.
Well, the thing is, like you said, I can just look for the Lord of the Faction and then just take them out.
Yeah, you can.
So, what's that dwarf? There he is. Okay. We have a dwarf player. He's got his faction leader in leading this army. They're neutral. But they don't know. But I'm probably going to have a go at them. Can't get you because I already have my limit and he's over here. Let's just sit on this one for a bit. I don't need to do anything with that. Actually, put an ambush. You never know, you get lucky sometimes. Not going to build any more. Let's go. Oh, and Scarsnink's there. What does chat want me to attack? Do you want me to attack dwarfs or do you want me to attack the greenskins? Well, Scarsnink or dwarfs? Stunties or Scarsnink? Let us know. And I'll let Rich pick the winner of that little chat spam.
I don't think both counts as an answer.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't count.
Ooh, quite a few Scarsnicks.
They want Scarsnink.
Yeah.
Well, I have killed some dwarfs today. I don't know who I'm more afraid of, really. I mean, orcs can break quicker, but they do more damage. Well, that's made it a little easier, I guess. I guess they have to come back there.
Excuse the tomb.
You're going to tell me how much of a friend you are to me. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo. Getting worried there.
Gonna trade some blood with you.
Is that hygienic?
I don't know, but that's what the Red Duke, you know, some claret in his cellars.
Well, it's Horsham after all.
It is night.
I don't know what I'm on about. I don't think I'm going to get to Skarsnik at this point, so I'm just going to kill this. Oh, is that Walter?
So you're going to go for the dwarves?
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense because he's literally right in front of me. So I'm sorry, guys, it's dwarfs. There he is. And best thing is, he's already taken a lot of damage.
Got a little banner.
Let's give this a shot. Shall I fight it? Well, if I don't, I'll probably lose it. So it's
Let's get stuck in.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Right.
If we have enough time, right, we'll give it a shot. We'll go straight for the green
They
skin.
want to see the Goblin army.
I always want to see a Goblin army fight zombies. I think if there's anything that always pushed me towards playing Greenskins was the Fanatics.
Oh yeah, they're cool. They're cool. And Looney.
Yeah.
Now you just made me think of the one that's strapped to the massive grudge stone
Yeah.
flying through the air.
It's one of my favourite units in the entire game, that one. Right, okay, so I've lost my other Cane Wraiths. We don't know how. We have no idea what happened. But they died somehow. We have unconfirmed reports they just went home. They weren't marched into an army of Ground Knights. That didn't happen. I mean, come on, who puts their cavalry in the woods? I mean, really?
Oh, they don't like look at this. Look at this.
God.
Where are they going?
They are just so short. They're so short, I can't quite get the camera down for them. Hello. So you're the guy I need to kill.
Yeah, you've got to target him down.
I'm going to bring this guy in to help me do it. So they're going to run away. But we outnumber them a fair bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. It's an even conflict, I would say, of almost 3,000 against under 1,000.
It's quite a strong front line there.
What, theirs?
No. You just got the numbers. Look at that.
Spooky scary skeletons.
Just to surround them.
Look at this guy. Now on horseback. Oh, yeah, I've decided that is a view I should do from far over here.
There you go.
Right, okay, so these guys seem a bit busy. So I'm going to annoy them a little. They've got a lot of ranged, which is actually going to be quite annoying. Don't know where they're running off to though.
To the trees, by the looks of it. Is there a little... There's no hill there, is there? It's flat.
It's a little bit high
a little
ground.
bit.
They have successfully found tiniest bit of high ground to put their troops on.
They're about eye level with you now.
It's not the most devastating, I'm not going to lie, but it's useful.
Well, you know, you came here to do a job.
Job is to just surround them.
And to get that faction leader.
That's
And
true.
get that blood kiss.
Just trying to dodge shots. Micro. Okay, so we're going to rush in some stuff here. Where is his lord, actually? That's a good point. There he is. I don't know how well he will do on his lonesome. But let's just find out what happens anyway. Oh my god, like right in front of him as well.
And he's like, hello.
Hi. You got mail. Right. Let's get everything in here. Over here. Those zombies are dead already, and I might have accidentally put him into the front line, but let's pretend that didn't happen. Oh man, this is a harder fight than I was expecting.
Well, they are armoured dwarves, right?
Yeah.
And what have you got? You got a load of zombies and a bunch of skeletons.
For whatever reason, the zombies are just very slow. I wish we were just if they were just a little quicker.
Yeah.
They wouldn't really be undead horde anymore, would they?
Armoured muskets.
Well, you can tell we want about vampire cars. Speed is not exactly the first thing that springs to mind. This is why this unit is so valuable. Good amount of cavalry early on. Really, really helps. So where are you? You're still fighting over here. Good. Where is this lord? He's like your because now you have to get the blood kisses and take out their leaders. It's like here's my champion. He's just going to go do it for me, and I'm just going to keep buffing him up while he's wrecking the face.
Absolutely.
Except for my guy over here who just seems to keep getting killed.
But it's worth it, right? You know, you're gonna get an immortal lord at the end of it all, who's gonna have some cool buffs. You know, really change the way that army operates, or even on a faction-wide level. You know, so Krell's well kitted out to sort of accumulate these blood kisses, and hopefully get the blood dragon.
That's who we're going to go for next. Damn, even Kamlu with a horse charge now is quite effective in breaking a front line. So this is the guy we want. He's kicked a Hex Wraith in the face. Did not think I would see the day. Alright, let's get him down. Don't really care about if some of my troops get hit by that. Where is he? He's going down. He's not going to last too much longer. I am being tar-pitted here by dwarf zombies.
So, Lockyer Fellheart, we're not going to be showing him off here today, but we're hoping at the weekend in the Ever-Chosen, one of the contestants will be pitting him and his Blessed Dread faction into battle, and I think he's got a very good chance. I mean, like you were saying earlier, Dark Elves very top tier. You know,
incredibly so.
he's got a nice suite of items and stuff that he can bring into those battles. He's got his red blaze that he's famous for. So hopefully we'll get to see him there.
Also, at the end of battles now, because you want to get these blood kisses, you're going to definitely focus on making sure you get them at the end of every battle. So he needs to go down. I mean, I just thought about it. He is defending a settlement, so I get him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need this for satisfaction now.
Where is... Oh, there he is. Oh.
I just the crowd's jump forward.
Bam.
I won't lie, I haven't been getting many decisive victories as playing as vampire counts. So I'm quite happy to get one today.
Yeah. So, yeah, Kemmler does have his own faction. They're called the Barrow Legion.
Barrow Legion, they are blue.
Mm-hmm. They are. He has his lovely staff head on the motif.
Yeah, so when you're designing these things, where's it come from? It's
So,
things in the lore sometimes?
Well, we do like go back into the old books and look to see what there was there from way back in the day. But in the case of him, because, you know, the Barrow Legion is something new, we were looking what was personal to him, and we thought, well, his staff that he carries, that's very iconic, and UI guys took that and incorporated that into his motif for his faction, which is, I think that's pretty nice.
Very cool indeed. Well, there we go. We've got him killed. Take over that faction. It does leave open now for us to attack the greenskins just around the corner. But also now we have 3 blood kisses, so we've got quite a bit of options here on what we want to do. Should we? I was going to say, let's chat decide.
Well, you can. I don't mind. They're all cool.
They are all cool. All right, then, chat. It's your chance to have your decision. What do you want to see? I mean, just confirm our choice of Blood Dragon, because I know how this is going to go.
Oops, I slipped.
Oh, yeah. I think it is time for Voncast. No. Okay. Oh, no. All right, here's the Blood Dragon. Here we go. Let's get him recruited. Where are we going to recruit?
So which city do you want to go to?
Do you know when the camera moves to a certain position, it throws me off so much I don't know where
you
I
just
am
want
anymore.
just want to face north.
Yeah.
So if anyone wasn't here when we recruited the first one, basically each of the bloodline lords, once you've awoken the bloodline, a new lord will be in the just standard lord recruitment pool. So it means any city you can drag these guys out from. And they're nicely placed at the top there, all in their pretty pink and purple colours there, so nice and easy to find.
Well, I'll give him a recruit. There we go. Bring him up. So just quickly... Oh, no, what's it going to do? So this is skills. So what are we looking at?
So if you go up to the that line there. So this is the line where you're going to choose one of 2 types. You can go down the Doom Rider set of skills there, and that will really improve his stats and also buff up cavalry. And he gets an ability there at the end, the heart piercing, to nicely skewer people with his,
40% on Graveguard units.
Yeah.
Ow.
And then this line, so you can either take one or the other. This one's going to improve all your Graveguard and infantry. So, yeah, really depends on which way you want to play that out. He's got all access to the different mounts up there at the top, as you can see.
Immortal, obviously.
He is immortal, so you don't have to worry about them dying. And there's an extra little buff there for Blood Knights on the Ordo Draconis, I think you pronounce it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's got a red line, which all the Bloodline Lords have. So it's more in keeping with Warhammer 2. So if you come down one row there, James. Yep, so these are just very much like what you see in Warhammer 2, buffing certain sets of units. So that's something that we're looking to try and do and roll out in the future, hopefully for other lords, but we started it here with these guys. But his magic isn't quite as strong, right? So he's got some really cool and impressive stats there to do with, and skills to do with melee. So his magic, he does still have it. He's just not as good and as powerful as, say, the Necrarchs or the Von Carsteins or what have you.
But he's got a bit of everything.
Yeah, he's really good. He's a good pick.
So he's got insane. He's got really powerful things for his army at the top, being able to get quite powerful, large amounts and quite cheap, powerful units, and then also got the magic as well to kind of bolster that up. I think this. I see why you kind of want to play it.
Yeah.
And I'm getting him on Zombie Dragon, which is something you
Always
want.
nice.
Hello. He's not a happy chappy.
No, he's not. He's not. I think he's got a giant mohawk. I think, which you can't see there, but I believe he has, and I think he's dual wielder as well.
Well, quickly, let's see if I can get him into a battle really quickly, because we're being sieged right now by another faction, so maybe I can quickly get this guy into combat. We'll see how that goes before we're kicked off.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can quickly get this guy into combat, and if not, let's just pretend this campaign would have gone absolutely perfectly as well.
Oh, of course.
Doesn't have an army down here, an army up here, and a very well, I've made my home in the mountains, which is what you should do.
That's where he lives now.
That's where he lives now.
Little old man cabin in the hills.
I think people think really bad things about the guy. He just wants to be left alone, you know, with his legions of
with
the
his
undead
horse
in the mountains, and his horse and Krell.
Toasting marshmallows.
Hopefully marshmallows.
To summon me is all but an invitation to join.
Took me a long time to work out who that was. Okay. Cool. They've declared war on me. Do they not know who I am? Right, okay. So that's all going bad up here. Let's see if we can quickly... Oh, he's just in range.
Bats and wolves gather. My will alone. Everything dies.
There we go.
Is he there? You got him?
Yeah.
He's come to the party.
Control larger army, always. Don't know if I could live in a world where I can't control my larger armies.
How's it going there, guys?
Very good, thank you. Well,
I'm going a bit
I
mad.
think
Can
so.
you hear a voice in your head?
Just dropping in to say that for anyone watching who wants a little bit more information on Vampire Coast, we're going to be having a big old lore talk with the man himself, Andy Hall, the lead writer on Warhammer 2 and ex-writer for Games Workshop themselves, coming on to have a little chat. We've also got your subordinate, Rich, Mitchell Heasty, coming on.
He's a good chap.
He's a good lad. He's a good lad. He's going to come on. He's going to tell us how that lore is going to be implemented.
Fastest man in Wales, I hear.
Mighty Mitch.
So stay tuned for that. We will be live at 5 PM BST, which is in 20 minutes.
So here he is. He
there
indeed
you go.
does have a mohawk. He's quick. And yeah, he has two swords.
There you go.
Damn. He's really cool. I need to get him in combat, like, immediately. These guys are attacking me, which is great, except from I kind of want to not be fighting in the trees. So let's all party up here. Right, let's see if I can quickly get this. So now I have two of the Bloodline Lords basically in my army.
Very nice.
Ow. So you've got Mitch coming down here. Wow.
I know.
He's going to be joining yourself on Sunday. We're going to have a chat about Vampire
definitely.
Coast campaign.
Plenty to talk about there.
No. I want him to fight something that isn't cavalry, but maybe that's not a choice. So what has he got here? He's got some spells straight off the bat. What's his stats like? Obviously these are subject to change. Armored, anti-infantry, melee specialist, expert, and frenzy.
So he's tweaked from the basic version, which you've had up until now. You can still get those guys as well. So if you don't fancy a Bloodline Lord, you can still go and get the basic Lords as well. But yeah, he should operate differently in battle as do all the other Bloodlines.
Alright, well, I think I'll see if I can get him in to do something a bit more. Get him out here. But I believe we are coming to the end of our stream. So there we go. Let's get him up to fight some direwolves, because I'm sure that's an equal strength opponent for him.
I think he's happy to fight anything.
There we go. He is a nice model, I won't lie.
No messing.
Damn, he's killing them. Yeah, find zombies. Cool, that's more like it. Well, I think we'll call an end to our stream here and pass it on. So, yeah, as you said, guys, hang around as after this we're going to have some lore chats.
Yeah, Mitch and Andy.
Well, I know I'm not going to be leaving from this space. I'm going to stay right here and stare directly into their faces as they're doing all
Into
that.
their souls.
Well, yeah, I don't want to tell them that, but that is pretty much it. So thank you guys for joining us. We've got a lot more all this week, so catch us on the weekend where we're going to be going through the ever-chosen tournament. Halloween Invitational.
Should be
It's our
good.
third one. It's going to be really good. We're going to have devs there. We're going to be having all of our contestants playing as well. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. And stick around for a bit of a lore talk coming up very soon. Thank you very much.